Hello and welcome to episode 38 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. Slight change in the episode schedule for this one. We were going to come back for Birmingham Norwich, but we're playing our former club Exeter, so we will have the Exeter game away and then a home game at Birmingham. From the last game, we've had an indifferent bit of run. So we've managed to beat Sunderland, beat Brentford, but then we lost to Nottingham Forest, recovered with a win against Huddersfield, and then got beat by top of the league Crystal Palace. Our defeats have been narrow, so we've not been performing particularly bad. It's been all right, but we need to grow from this. So a win at Exeter is pretty key because they're down in the relegation zone. So stay tuned, and I will click forward to the first of the two matches. And welcome back. So here we go with the starting lineup for today's first game. Ripley in goals, Wallace at left back with Johnson and Palmer Brown in the centre of defence, McNamara at right back. Atibo carries on in deep line playmaker role with Thompson and Leonard just in front of him. Murphy's on the inside forward left, Smith on the right with Hugo playing as the pressing forward up front. Things aren't looking too bad, so we'll get into the game. In the meantime, I've been doing some scouting, looking at some players we possibly can get in to bolster the squad. Unfortunately, a number of the players that were recommended by the scouting team are foreign and don't qualify for work permit due to the point system. So we're just slightly delaying at the minute before we make any moves. We'll probably hold on to our funds until the end of the season when the contracts are cancelled by Premier League squads. So we go into the game then. Away at Exeter, I have actually scouted a few of their players. So Keir Kirk looks like he could do a job for us. Tamplin as well, as Premier League potential. So I'm reluctant to dip back into a former club for players, but if they become available, it might be a case of boosting our squad as they let go on relegation. Because I think, if I remember rightly, a number of them have relegation release clauses. And with a bit of inside knowledge, we could take advantage of that just to bolster our squad. Because Tampa would be good inside forward winger for Murphy, like replacement. Again, Keir Kirk, we could play instead of Hugo up front. So again, there's a few players in there. They're not the only two. There's a couple more because we built quite a good squad at Exeter, and we also had a number of young, promising players coming through as well. So current at half-time, fairly quiet game. I think we might just go a bit more positive because we've managed to pull a little bit clear of the relegation zone. So if we can capitalise and go a bit further, that'd be great. Leonard with the ball inside Smith, and he's just put it past the post. So just that quick little tweak to go slightly more attacking. Got us a chance just before half-time. But yeah, we'll steady the ship there. We'll get into the dressing rooms and give them a little bit of a team talk and get some morale up. Incidentally, for anyone who's watching, if you are interested in what the tactics are or anything like that, just let me know in the comments section, and I'll try and click through it in the next episode and include it, so you can see what we're doing and how we're managing to get the results we're getting. Not that they are out of this world results, but year on year we manage to consistently improve, which again is the way I like to play the game. So I think just a little shout of encouragement. I know they like to recommend substitutions based on a yellow card and a suspension coming up, but it seems a bit counterproductive to me at times. If he wants to come off for injury, it's slightly different. And let's see who's on the bench. I think we can maybe get Alexander. He loves a goal on camera, doesn't he? Let's see if we can get him on for Hugo. See if he can make it a hat-trick of goals on camera. It would certainly be a good result if we could pick something up here. Not as terrible if we don't, because it means they don't gain on us. But with the run of form we've been on, it would be nice if we could just nick a couple points. Bennett on for Smith. Just under 10 minutes to go. Fairly drab game, really. Cancelled each other out to a large extent. I would imagine they're probably playing a similar formation to what we left them with. Players haven't really changed because it's only been the January transfer window. So they're probably set up how we left them. And because we're playing in a very similar way, we've probably just cancelled each other out, unfortunately for us. But again, as we approach the end of injury time, a point away from home against a rival down the bottom, not too bad. Obviously, we'd like to have won against our former team, but it wasn't to be. And I will tell them as such. That is a game we should be winning. Let's have a quick look, see where we are in terms of the league table then. So we're in 17th, so we're 6 points clear of relegation zone. Was that 13 games left to go? So not long towards the end of the season. What I'll do is, if you stay tuned, I'll click us through to the starting lineup for the second game, and we'll see if we can do slightly better. And welcome back for the home game against Birmingham. A slightly different challenge. We're playing a team against the top of the table this time rather than someone down the bottom. So we've got a cautious approach. We have switched slightly more direct, if I just show you in the in possession stats. So we were down here having shorter passing, but we're going to go a little bit more direct, and that's to meet up with the club vision of playing direct football. So we'll get into the game. Ripley in goals, Wallace at left back, McNamara at right back, Johnson and Palmer Brown carry on in the centre. Atiba playing deep line playmaker role, with Thompson and Leonard playing just in front. Murphy and Smith continue as a wide players, with Hugo continuing up front. So fairly unchanged and settled side. We'll just go into this with that cautious approach, and hopefully we can come out with a point. It's going to be a tough game because Birmingham, again, as we've seen before, in terms of wage budget, some of these clubs up the top, they're 2-3 times more than what we're paying for our players. So it's hard to compete with them week in, week out. We can get the odd shock result and we can frustrate teams. But at the minute, with the players we've got, I am struggling to create the sheer volume of chances we had. And I think, and I look back to the League One running, where we were so dominant, and especially when we got Wealdstone out of League Two as well. That season, we were so dominant in games that we would go in them expecting to win. Now we quite often go into games now just trying not to lose, which is a stark contrast to what we did before, but needs must. I've started to formulate who I think my go-to players kind of are in this squad. I mean, I'm happy with the centre-back pairing in terms of current ability. Right back's good as well, left back's good. I think we definitely need a new goalkeeper. Atiba is a really good player. I think he wants away. He's our best current ability player, but he's eager to leave. So it's whether we cash in on him and try and buy 2 players. That'll be something we'll look at in the future. As we've got a highlight here, it looks like it's formed to Birmingham. They're just playing the ball around the middle of the park. They broke down the right hand side with NG Scrabble score, and yeah, they've managed to break through and get the goal. So this is where it gets difficult for us now in trying to get back into the game. As I was saying before, again, Murphy's top quality player. I think Hugo's getting old. He probably needs to be replaced, and we need someone who's a bit more prolific up front. And Smith as well on the wing. I don't think he's going to be with us much longer. So I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 players, I think, to strengthen the team. And I think initially we'll try and get everyone up to a current ability championship with some potential players for the Premier League. And then we'll just look at building on that. I think in the next window as well, when the free transfers are released come the 1st of July, we'll look specifically for players with potential to be Premier League. Bearing in mind we might bid Millwall for 1 or 2 seasons, we could use them to increase the stature of the squad and the ability of the squad over them 2 years. So the focus isn't really on a instant success, it's more of a slightly long or middle to long term success for this club. So let's see if we can get back into this game. I think let's go attacking. We'll make a couple of changes because Smith's not having a great game and he's on a yellow, so we'll get Bennett on. And I saw someone else who's not having a great game. Johnson, we'll get Campy on. He's always good for a goal from a corner. We'll just see if we can get back in the game that way. Again, an hour gone into the game. Looks like Birmingham got a second chance. Header from a free kick and another simple one. So the two games I was expecting or hoping for a 3-pointer. It's not turned out that way as of yet, but you never know. Throwing down the right hand side, Leonard, Palmer Brown, ball over the top to Hugo. Great little finish. And that's what we need him to do. He's not done it enough for a player of his quality. We'll ignore that. Because I'm not going to start subbing players for a yellow card. Slightly short passing. A little bit more encouragement. 80 minutes to go. We've got one back. Can we get two? And at some point when we get the right number of players in, we will have to make that change from the cautious counter-attacking approach to a more positive attacking approach. And that's the transition that's difficult. Because if you do it too early, you end up getting caught on the counter by nearly everybody you play. 9 minutes in. Wallace not playing great, but yeah, we'll do the Murphy change for Connolly. Just for a bit of fitness coming into the next few games. Final couple minutes. Don't think we're going to be able to get any more chances out of this game. 4 minutes of injury time. There's always a chance for one last gasper, but it's not looking like it's going to be our day today. But again, 2-1. It's saying that we got a corner. I thought that was Campy. I thought it was a curse. I thought Campy from a corner. Well, maybe it is. I said he's good for a goal from a corner. Can we get one? Bennett to deliver. Last minute of the game, 4th minute of injury time. No, they've cleared it away and it looks like they're going to get a chance on the counter. Manning's run the length of the pitch. Put it out to NG. But again, we stopped the challenge, but I think our last chance was at that corner there. We've not quite capitalised on it. I did get excited for a minute there, didn't I? So it's easy to get carried away. I've conceded that many goals in the last minute. I thought it was my time to shine, but there you go. So unfortunately, we've had a 2-1 defeat to Birmingham on top of the 0-0 we had with Exeter. So only 1 point out of the 6. So not great form. Just have a quick look at the table before I'll leave you for the next episode. So 34 points, still 6 points clear of that drop zone. 12 points to go. Think we'll be all right. It depends how many more fixtures we've got against top end teams, but we'll have a quick look at the schedule, see when we're going to bring you back. Probably only 2 more times this season, so if I come back at the end of March and then we'll come back for the final games of the season, or final one, if we can do the end of season review at the same time. So I'll bring you back for Coventry Reading games, 1 away, 1 home. Thanks for watching again. It's not been as prolific as it was previous episodes, but again, form overall is not too bad. I think you've seen yourselves from the squad we've got. We've got room to grow. Got a good core of play, especially that little hub there. If we can build around that, I think we'll be all right. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned and I'll see you next time.